Hello. Today I've been reading chapter 19 from a book called Jesus, My Autobiography, which is a channeled work by Tina Louise Spalding. Channeled through her, of course. Chapter 19 is called Forgiving Yourself. I sat and did a few minutes meditation and asked where I could find advice that would be most useful to me, as I've not been feeling great for a couple of days. And this is the chapter that the book fell open at. Chapter 19, Forgiving Yourself, page 163. The section that I have been contemplating is physical manifestation of the divine mind, which is on page 168. Really spoke to me deeply. I could only seem to read about one sentence or even half a sentence at a time, because I really want to breathe it in and absorb it and understand it and let my perception be healed. So let me read a little bit slowly, just in case anybody else happens to be interested. This is why forgiveness is taught. It is a physical manifestation of the belief in oneness. It is a physical reinforcement of the ideas of divine mind being your connective parental energy, if you will. There is no loss at all in the practice of forgiveness. Now, what I've been contemplating is the fact that this is a difficult concept for the ego mind to understand. We think that somehow by forgiving someone else for something, we're having to let go of some bad action, some belief in sin, perhaps. We have to somehow rise above it. Somehow it seems a little bit weak if we decide that we're not going to take revenge and take some action in the real world. Forgiveness can seem difficult. But all of this is coming from a perspective of not really understanding what we are. This comes from a belief in separation. It's really very important to understand the concept of oneness, the true nature of reality being a reflection of everything that is within us. As we look out on the world, we are not forgiving the sins of other people, but forgiving the projections of our own sick minds. What else does it say? There is no loss at all in the practice of forgiveness. You gain connection to source, you gain peace. It helps you to understand the way the world is. It's acceptance. Through forgiveness, you gain relief from the relentless attacks in the mind of the ego on the being, place, or thing that has apparently committed the sin. It is the crazy nonsense that goes on in our heads that causes us the suffering. It's not any external event. And so, through forgiveness, through acceptance, you will receive more peace. And as you receive more peace, you will be able to receive more knowledge from the non-physical. You will receive energy by not expending it on a relentless attack on the outside world. And so you will receive the ability to focus more on what you wish to create. As your mind is removed from these magnetic attachments to sin and judgment, and your thoughts become more easily controlled because you exert a force of discipline on the mind, you'll be able to focus on a world that you wish to make. As you take away the disempowering idea of separation, and as you cease this reinforcement in this idea of separation, you start to see yourself as the being that you are. Perfect and eternal soul, perhaps. You start to see yourself as a magnificent, creative expression of divine mind, temporarily lost in a dream. And you become excited about your life. And you become excited about the journey home. You are taken out of the endless rounds of death, decrepitude, and sickness, and your body becomes healthier. How can that be? How can it be that by forgiving the world, creative energy can flow through us? Life itself changes, and the body becomes healthier. I feel that, though. That resonates. Your vibration will rise and your sickness will pass. Your sicknesses will pass. Your ability to live a long and healthy life will increase. Through forgiveness, we are letting divine mind act through us. There are thousands and thousands of benefits to be accrued from this basic practice of forgiveness, and you will never regret it. You will transform your mind into the most wonderful, fertile, and peaceful environment. And your life will reflect it, because your life reflects your mind. The world is just our mirror. As we transform our minds, we transform our lives. Forgiveness is the most important practice based on this understanding. I'm not asking you to forgive for no reason. I'm telling you to forgive because it is the key that unlocks the door to knowledge. Through the practice of forgiveness, you achieve peace, harmony, and love. And when you are in that state, you are in alignment with the non-physical and divine mind. And you will receive information from that higher vibratory source. Your life will begin to change in a way that is beyond your comprehension at this moment. Thank you, Jesus, for these words. Thank you, Tina Louise Faulding, for bringing them through. Lots of people think I'm crazy for believing in this. But I know from my own experience that I've gone through periods of depression in my life, and it is through connecting with spiritual works and practicing meditation, preferably on a daily basis, that I find my way back to contentment. I like the word joy. I feel like I experience more joy when I regularly practice meditation, when I wake up every morning and I start my day like that.